Hey guys, what's going on? Moham here. Welcome to today's video. What you're gonna be watching is some Geometry Wars. It's a pretty fun game, even though it has a retarded title. Anyways, today's story is the first time I got robbed. It was around 6 years old. Another quick little story before I even start off that one. It's just real quick. So when I was about 5, or no, I think I was about 4 or 5 years old. I was sitting on a high chair, and I was at Libya at the time. I was sitting on a high chair. If you don't know what a high chair is, pretty much like a stool where the babies sit at or whatever. Put them on, they got their tray and whatever. That's called a high chair. So, anyways, I was on there. I was all buckled up. I was like watching TV. I was like, I like it like this. And then my mom was asleep. She was like tired or whatever, and she fell asleep. I'm like, alright, whatever, I can handle this by myself. So I need to crap, alright? I'm yelling, alright? I feel it. I'm like, oh my god, I need to crap. So I'm like trying to move around, and then I'm just yelling like something fierce. And then I shat myself like this, like my thighs were brown when I went to the bathroom. Oh my god, it was disgusting. But anyways, this story, the time I got robbed, as you can probably tell by the title. It was, same age. I was living in Libya again. So my dad owns this 4-story type house. Now, one floor is my grandparents. One floor is for us. One floor is my uncle, and then one floor is an office space. Where my dad got his old work started. And then we had a big like plaza type area. But anyways, we were living in the 4-story house, and one time this drunk guy, like piss drunk, we didn't know him. And for those of you who don't know, alcohol is like looked down upon in Libya. So this kid came in piss drunk, alright. He's just banging, like somehow he gets through the main door, but there's another door locked. So he's like banging on that one. And my aunt thinks that's my uncle, so she's coming over and she sees this tall guy, and she just starts yelling, alright? She's like, who's that? He's not answering, he's just yelling, asking her to open the door. And so she starts yelling. My dad comes out with like a freaking machete. Alright, I'm right behind him, like I'm about to piss myself, alright? Like, I'm 6 years old, I didn't even know what to do, so I grabbed like a wooden spoon. My mom was like making dinner with her or whatever. I like grabbed him, like, Daddy, I got your back. So my dad will come with this machete. He's about to, like, for those of you who see my dad, like, he looks a little intimidating. Like, he will stab somebody if it comes to it. I'm just not gonna stab him like just to stab him, but if it comes down to it, he will do it. So anyways, I'm right behind him. I'm like tears rushing down my face, and my dad's like, "Why are you crying?" Like he's doing like his accent or whatever. And then I'm like, I don't know, but he's like hiding under the stairs, like the dark area under the stairs. And he was like, the drunk guy. And when he sobered up, finally told us everything, or at least what he remembered. But so we like leave. He does it again a second time, and this time my sister like comes up to be with my aunt. She's like maybe like 3 years old. She's a toddler. My mom brings her up. So my mom and my aunt are up there. Alright, this kid starts yelling, and my dad gets pissed. Alright, he's with his friends, like him and 6 other guys. Come like the British Army couldn't take these guys and how pissed they were. My dad was about to whip like their ass, alright, and I'm still like I was watching like Power Rangers or like the Powerpuff Girls. Call me whatever you want. Powerpuff Girls is legit. Alright, I will watch that show today and I'll still be entertained. But anyways, I was right behind him, and my dad set up a little perimeter. I'm with my uncle. My uncle's like right there. My uncle's like this big, buff, tall guy. So anyways, he's standing there with his truck blocking the door in case he like tries anything. We'll hear, the car, and my uncle will see him. So I'm with him, we're like talking. He's like trying to calm me down because I'm so scared. And then my uncle's like on the phone or like trying to light a cigarette or something. He has his back turned to me, and I look to the stairs, and there's that guy, the tall guy. And I'm not even kidding, alright? I literally shit myself. Like every like bodily fluid that could come out of me was like coming out. All right, this guy looked like a chupa, like the human version of a chupacabra. All right, I was so scared, and so I yell, and this guy's pissed drunk. I yell. Apparently, I yelled so loud that guy literally fell. Alright, it was like a pool of blood, and we had those stairs. We had stairs so we would fall down. There was a pool of blood everywhere. And you know, my dad comes out, he hears the yelling. Him and his friends beat the crap out of this guy, right? And I get like, I'm happy, I'm sad, like there's piss, diarrhea everywhere, and I'm like crying. My dad's like beating up this guy, and then I see like all the women in the house, my aunt, my grandma, everybody. Like even my aunts, all like every Friday they would meet up there, and so like my aunts were out too. They were like cussing this kid out, calling him out like all the names you could think of. They were cussing him out in Arabic, in Spanish, in French. Oh my god, it wasn't fun. Like, okay, it was pretty funny, but like I was shitting, like I was still pooping myself. So anyways, you know, they tie up the guy, you know, to wait for the police to arrive. My grandpa comes down. He was the thing that, you know, that you roll the dough with. He's like, tell me why you're here, or I'm gonna shove this up your ass. Alright, he's like my grandpa's like, keep in mind, he's 80 something years old. Like, he likes to stay and watch his TV and all that. Like, he's a social person, but he doesn't like to move around a lot. You know, old people can't really blame him. So anyways, he, you know, comes down, and my grandpa rarely comes down, alright? Like, he gets out to, like, get things for his little farm or whatever, you know? So, he came with this rolling thing, like, and out of all the people right there, like, everybody was, like, covered pretty much in blood, alright? My dad, his friends, all those guys were covered in blood. My grandpa comes down, and he looks like he's the most threatening guy of all time. Now, if you guys want to say the terrorist jokes you said about my grandpa, that guy looked terrorizing. Alright, goddamn. He had the meat roll. He was like, you tell me I'm gonna shove this up your ass. They took his wallet. It had a sad ending to it. But anyways, they took him to jail. And for some reason, they took my dad for like 2 nights, alright? 2 nights to jail, apparently because he beat him up or whatever. But anyways, you laughed at my little, you know, retarded misfortune. That's completely okay. I just wanted to say this story. I don't really know why. But anyways, leave a comment below. I might start doing a podcast like once a week, every Saturday, every Sunday, somewhere along that. Like 30 to an hour. Me and somebody else is a permanent host, or no, me and 2 other people as permanent hosts. Then we have guests on there regularly every other week or something like that. But anyways, make sure to like the video, comment on it, subscribe, do all that good stuff. High Stakes should be out on Tuesday. So yeah, keep in mind it's either wasabi or something to do with oyster sauce. Yeah, it's either a wasabi mayonnaise. I don't even know what wasabi mayonnaise is, but it's either that or oyster sauce. So keep in tune with that, and I'll see you guys later.